When I had just graduated from high school, I worked at a McDonald's for the summer before college. My name is Jess, and this took place probably almost 10 years ago now. I was working one night, and it was probably like 10 or 11 o'clock. I got off a short time after that, and at that point, I'd been working there for maybe 2 months total. Things were really quiet, and had been for the past few hours. I was working in the drive-thru, and I'd been doing that a lot at the time. A car pulled in, which was the first one in at least 5 minutes. When they stopped at the intercom, I spoke and asked to take their order. There appeared to be a man driving, and instead of ordering, he just asked, "Is this Jess speaking?" It caught me off guard. Was this somebody that I knew? I didn't recognize him. How could he know my name? I paused before saying, "Why are you asking?" He responded by saying that he knew it was me and he recognized my voice. I asked the man if I knew him because I was 90% sure that I didn't. He responded by saying no, I didn't know him. I asked the man if he was going to order anything, and he paused, and then he said he would just see me later tonight, and then drove off. He sped through the rest of the drive-thru area after that. It was an extremely weird thing to happen, and I hoped that the man was just joking. I worked for maybe only 30 minutes or so after that, and then I was off for the night. I lived at my parents' house back then, which was about a little under a 10-minute drive from the McDonald's that I worked at. Afterwards, I drove home. My neighborhood was pretty typical, but when I pulled onto my street, I drove down to my house, which was the fifth one down from the end. I saw a car parked out right in front of my driveway, but to the side between my house and my neighbor's. I had never seen it before. My heart started to race. I realized that it was the same car that had been in the drive-thru. I guess this guy was serious when he said he would see me later. But who was he, and how did he know where I lived? I pulled into my driveway, which is something that I instantly regretted. I saw the car start, and then begin going into reverse. It parked so that it was completely blocking me in my driveway. I got out of the car right then and there, and sprinted for the front door of my house. When I got there, it was locked. I started banging on it and trying to open it frantically. My keys were somewhere in my pockets, and I guess I was just so panicked that I didn't think to grab them. After probably 10 seconds, which felt like an hour, my mom opened up the door. I got inside, slammed the door shut, and then locked it. Then I explained to my parents what had happened. We looked outside, and the car was still there. My dad then took a step outside. I'm not sure if he was going to confront the man, or just get a better look, but as soon as he did, the car sped off. It didn't come back that night, and the next day, I told my manager at McDonald's about it. Unfortunately, there's not really much anybody could do. The problem was, the car the guy drove was really typical, just a black four-door sedan, and looked maybe 5 to 10 years old or so. I'm not even sure what make it was. I personally don't think I ever encountered the guy again, and luckily, I didn't work at the McDonald's much longer after that.